John Harpole from Littleton, Colorado. My son Jack has represented the state of Wyoming after fighting through about 4 different states, but he's just happy to be here. So again, John Harpole.
What separates this tournament with a lot of other tournaments?
It's no question, it's been a journey. He has fished in a lot of adult tournaments, a lot of high school tournaments. And Bill, I've got to tell you without pointing fingers at anybody, a lot of these tournaments depend on how wealthy the family is and how much they can hire the best guide. And we hear that from people down south. Haven't experienced it that much in Colorado. But what I love about this tournament is you've equalized everything. I love the rules that you set forth, and it's obvious that you want to find the kid who has the best talent and not necessarily the best fish finder or best guide or best net, if you will. So you've levelized it to a point I think you're going to determine who's the best fisherman out there.
You're his driving partner, you're his coach, you're your mentor. I mean, there's a lot of other things going on with this tournament. I think bigger than a lot of us are even expecting that. It's the family unit.
Well, I've got an Uber bill that I'm going to present him in a few months. We drove, I think, over 6,500 miles this summer to different tournaments. But it's really the opportunity to spend time with him. And my buddies tease me because after I get back from every trip, I show a picture of him asleep in the truck on the way back. But no, it's quality time, and it's something that I love. I didn't have a chance to do that with my dad.
Right. So he's looking for the boat. If he doesn't get the boat, is there something else you guys looking forward to?
Our goal is to drive the boat to El Salto. No, Jack's a leader in his own school. Jack started a bass club at his school, and he has over 100 kids in the bass club at that school, which more than doubled the number of bass kids in high school in Colorado. So it's a tremendous thing, but I think whenever you ask him what does he wants to finish first, with a lot of humility. But if we didn't win that boat, El Salto would be a great trip, I think. So.
What about the Amazon? Still more El Salto, or are you going to leave the Amazon for next year?
I don't know. We'll see. We've always been interested in going to Mexico, and we've always talked about it. And I think that'd be a great trip for us, especially. So.
You know how many certificates we got to El Salto?
How many?
Do you really? You have 3 certificates to El Salto. So it's not one of those we're playing the odds. I think the wealth of prizes here is beyond anything that we've ever experienced. Yeah. It's been so much fun to tell other people about. Jack gets to go fish in a one-day tournament, big fish only, and this is what you might win. So kudos to you. Kudos to Billy Chapman. I mean, this is a dream come true. So Bassmaster's leadership on this thing has been huge. And as always, but this is special. This is unique. And we hope to come back again next year. So.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like with the amount of support you have, you fished Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, Missouri.
Yep.
Next year from January to August, you're going to fish the whole state? All 50?
We plotted a route. So getting the boat to Hawaii may be difficult. Yeah. But no, I mean, we actually were talking about running up to North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana. Where else did you?
I guess we were kind of game planning a senior trip because this is my senior year in high school, and so we were game planning a trip, and we want to run all the way up to Montana, South Dakota, all those places, hit Wyoming as well.
Rattle them off, though. You got Oahe?
Yeah, Oahe, Fort Peck, hopefully, Healy Reservoir in Wyoming, all the lakes down in Colorado that we usually fish.
You already set for college on where you want to go and that kind of stuff?
Is
that an option?
He actually just 2 days ago received, well, you tell him, buddy.
Yeah, actually 2 days ago I committed for baseball to Benedictine College. Yeah, so I'm excited that's all set, and it'll bring a little bit more focus to fishing especially, and I'm excited to go there, and it kind of opens up a lot of more opportunities and time to go fishing and pursue this tournament next year as well. So.
And that's the nice thing about this is since it runs, it's 24 hours, any lake you want to fish, anywhere you want to fish. So it opens up where you could still For your academics, you know, you could be focused, do your schooling, and, you know, do everything else you need to do. And then when you find free time, you're fishing the tournament the whole time.
So, Bill, we were on vacation in Wyoming for the 4th of July, and he looks at me and goes, "Hey, Dad, let's go hit this reservoir over here. I hear there's some bass in that reservoir." I can't remember if it was small or largemouth.
Yeah, there was a bunch of largemouth, a bunch of grass, and
We had been going up to the same vacation spot for 10 years and had never driven the 20 minutes over to this other reservoir. So we went over that other reservoir kind of on a, hey, let's just go try it out. And that ultimately was the fish that he caught there was the one that got him to this tournament. So it wasn't even really planned. Did you have your gear with you?
I had a couple of rods. I definitely didn't. I was not set up for the grass that was in the lake. I had a medium heavy action rod and some light 12-pound fluorocarbon, and I was flipping this hydrillo that was 6 feet deep. You know, so
We didn't even have our boat. We had a $200 Costco special yellow kayak that he paddled out there and was actually able to stand on this kayak. And I'm watching from about a half a mile away thinking, you better not fall in that water, buddy, because I'm not going to be able to come in and get you.
it was cool, yeah. And it was like a tournament atmosphere. It was just my dad and I out on the lake. We were the only ones out there. I could see him back on the truck looking at me through binoculars. And I remember when I caught the fish that was 3.25 pounds, I think I raised it up to him and I could just see him pump his fist. And I paddled back as fast as I could, and that was the fish that got it for us. So it was a really cool situation. I'll never forget it.
Well, in Colorado, I think you were beaten by 2 ounces, weren't you?
So
Yeah,
that one kind of saved us.
that was bittersweet, but the victory from Wyoming was huge. So.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've been to a lot of tournaments and stuff, and you've seen prizes. What does it mean to come to something like this, where you can pick your prize? If you want a Daiwa rod, you take a Daiwa rod. If you want to go to El Salto, you go to El Salto, if it's still available.
Yeah.
I mean, explain how that's different. Like, what does that mean to you as an angler, being able to pick what you're getting?
First place is up to $56,000,
Yeah.
plus a trip to El Salto with Joe Thomas to film with Real Still and Outdoor.
That's amazing.
Then today, Bassmasters jumped on with VIP trips to the Classic. I don't know if you know about that.
No,
Wow.
no.
4 seats, VIP Classic, behind the scenes, the dinner, VIP behind the scenes at the Expo. A priceless thing is. But from second to 46th place, the better 1 ounce could be the difference of any prize you want to go pick. That's up there, not what's given to you. What's that mean?
It's amazing. I mean, thanks to Bassmaster for really leading this, and giving us this opportunity. It's a huge opportunity. It means a lot because kids our age don't really get the opportunity to pick a prize of that stature, up to $56,000 bass boat and all that. It's amazing. Most kids that fish don't usually get this opportunity. So it's amazing to be able to go up there and pick what you want. I know it's a blessing, and I'm so happy. So
The other blessing that's happened in the last few weeks is he took second in the Bassmaster High School Championship, which means we get to go back to Kentucky Lake, kind of the scene of the crime. So we looked at it as redemption. And I'll be a lot more careful in the dark on our way to the marina on the second day of the tournament. So, but just Jack's hunger and desire to kind of overcome a lot of the obstacles that hit us this summer is evidence in just his attitude today and how much we're both looking forward to him being out in the water on Saturday.
yeah,
I'm rooting for you guys.
thank you.
Thank you, Bill.
When I first started bass fishing tournaments, I had no idea how big youth fishing would become. Hey, I'm Joe Thomas, and if you're between the ages of 13 and 19 and love to fish, then I've got some exciting news for you. The Big Bass Zone Junior Championship presented by Bassmasters is here, and it's your opportunity to represent your state for a chance to win over $400,000 in prizes, including a new bass boat and a chance to fish with me at Anglers Inn on Lake El Salto.
You can check out the current leaders at bbzworld.com.